Hey guys, yo, what's going on, bro? I've not seen y'all in forever. Well, I've actually uploaded a video not that long ago, but still, it doesn't matter because either way, I'm happy to be back. I ain't gonna lie. Am I gonna be back? Am I gonna be uploading? I don't know. I'm starting school soon, so we'll have to see. But anyways, we're gonna be out to a video called Insane Beast Game Situation. Now, I've seen the Beast games, like the ads and shit. I've not watched it. I'm sorry. I know. I'm sorry, bro. But it's like, isn't it like on like Amazon Prime or some shit? I don't have Amazon Prime. Not right now, at least. But, who knows, bro. I haven't watched Mr. Beast in a minute anyway. Either way. But, I want to see what the fuck is going on with that nigga, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I've been hearing so much shit. And, I'm just here to see what's happening. I think I'm gonna upload more though. Don't worry about that. Don't worry on that front. I'm gonna upload some more. Don't worry, guys. I am not gonna be Corey. I know that's the sneak this. I'm sorry, Corey. I'm sorry. I love you, man. I'm keep uploading, bro. You doing your thing right now. I appreciate it. So, I ain't gonna lie. I bought his manga too. I bought his manga. That shit's gonna come whenever he said that they're gonna say damn English. I know I haven't did this in a minute, but English. I know they said it's gonna come like in March or something, so I can't wait for that. I haven't read it yet. I'm probably not gonna read it until it gets here in physical copy. So yeah. Besides all that, besides Corey and shit, let's see what Mr. Beast is all about, bro. Let's pause this song and let's get right into it. Oh god, I gotta fix this. I'm over here talking shit. I ain't fixed this shit. Hold on. It's locked. I'm sorry. I could probably just edit this out of you either way. Alright. There we go. Everything looking good. Everything looking good. Alright. Without further ado, let's get into this. And by the way, these glasses, these glasses, I ain't gonna lie, these not mine, these my father's. I forgot, is that I had them for like a minute. I just found them. But anyways.
A $100 million budget of $5 million.
How much? $100 million. Damn. Fuck.
A $100 million budget of $5 million prize, 2,000.
$5 million? Oh, I should have been in this. What the fuck?
Contestants and Mr. Breast.
Are you all ready?
Mr. Breast.
Start the timer.
The Beast
I
Game.
think it wasn't Prime. It was on Praise. Oh yeah, it's him. I know this nigga, bro. Am I subscribed to him? Yeah. I forgot his name. I'm sorry. Okay, no diss.
Was promised for
I'm just bad with names.
Ultimate spectacle.
Really
the
bad.
Ultimate bread and games of the modern society.
The Glaze.
It has happened.
Beast
it is on
Games.
Amazon. You can watch it if you'd like. You can read the reviews
How many
if you
episodes?
want.
Damn.
It's insane.
5.3. 1 star.
5 stars feels like bot comments. I've been watching Mr. Beast for years, and sadly, this is honestly the worst thing he has put out.
Crazy. What the fuck? Is it? I've been watching Mr. Beast ever since 2019, I think. Is that the worst thing? Damn.
Critics and viewers are asking as the dust settles, what exactly went wrong with the Mr. Beast games?
I'm sorry if y'all hear something. It's like my mom
so
vacuuming.
bad. How come people seem to enjoy
Pathetic.
it on the Rotten?
Pathetic. Damn. 6 down 3.30 out of 10 star rating. That is crazy.
Tomatoes tomato meter thing.
Is it that bad?
The viewer's perspective, everyone always loves stuff on Rotten Tomatoes.
Or you just hate it,
critics are
just hate.
It was glib and other words that I don't know what they mean.
Aw.
Glib.
Cute doggy. Bug.
Glib. Frankie doesn't. I thought you might know what glib meant.
Glib.
Glib.
The show feels like it was made for the sole reason of breaking records, showing off the insane production set and scale,
Yeah, that's
constantly
crazy.
reminding people how record-breaking and big the prize is, how many cameras there are, how they are doing
Damn.
things other shows never did, and just making the show lose its hype as an actual good and fresh reality game show, and make it look like a Jimmy Donaldson project that's meant to stick it to the big guys.
Since the Beast Games
It's that
have
guy. Mr. Who's the Boss? I think that's his name.
There is a lot
YouTuber.
more shit that has come out. I think it's important for me to cover this, obviously, because I interviewed Mr. Beast and I've made so many videos
Right.
shitting all over him. This is the
Oh.
biggest thing a YouTuber has ever done in the history of all of YouTube. YouTubers have gone into the mainstream a few times with some really shitty movies.
Fred the movie.
No guy. But I actually like Fred the movie. I guess Fred the movie it was for kids. That's really like what the main focus of it was. I like the Fred when I was little. That's literally when it came out, is when I was little. I ain't gonna lie. I like the Freds. I like how John Cena was in it. Back then I didn't know like really that much about wrestling, but I knew John Cena. Who didn't know about John Cena? Let's be honest.
I'm getting food in my body, then there's gonna be no blood in my head, and then my head.
I feel like if I watch it,
because there's
I feel like if I watch it again, I'm probably not gonna like it.
no blood in it.
Maybe.
But this is the first time it's at the
I gotta do
level
it.
of
I'm gonna do that shit
this
high.
right now. The viewership. It's ridiculous. Can you stop licking?
Aw,
Please stop making so much sound.
cute puppy.
Mr. Beast be like,
What the fuck?
The budget for the Beast games was $100 million.
Which is still
and
crazy.
that
That's
is
crazy amount.
Crazy.
I know, right?
1,000
Like, that's
contestants
crazy
all
amount.
vying for the $5 million prize pool. It's a pretty wild thing that they have made and tried to do here on Amazon Prime or
That is
wherever
true.
that is, wherever it was
That's
uploaded.
crazy.
They made this crazy dystopian Beast
Oh my
city,
God.
and it was just really, it was an elaborate environment. It's very complex. It's far more complex than the classics that we all love, you know, for the high IQ individuals out there like Wipeout
All right, headed up for the big
Wipeout.
balls.
Damn.
and American Ninja Warrior.
There was like a game on the 3DS or DS that was like it was like Wipeout. I remember I had that shit. I just don't remember what it's called. I really don't know. Damn, he got fucked up. He even first step.
The Beast
saying, though.
games incorporated multiple platforms and had different game setups. Some intricate.
It looks cool,
some
though.
a little
Looks
more
fun.
Simple.
A lot of money.
Technologically, through the editing, a lot of that stuff. I watched a couple episodes. It has definitely got the Kardashian level of, hey man, I want to keep watching this.
This game
Right.
has already started,
So
and it
fucking-
will not end until the last 3 rows to eliminate someone will all be eliminated together.
But will it
Oh.
provide you with anything meaningful in your life in any way other than a brief respite and maybe some, you know, a little bit of alleviation from boredom? No. No, this
No?
will not provide you with anything at all in your life. This is like watching a really long TikTok that you don't even understand. It's like watching a Chinese guy talk for
Interesting.
25 minutes an episode.
牛角我好像没吃过哎，好吃吗？你给我回着去。
I think there's a reason why I haven't watched it. Well, number one, like I just said, I don't have Amazon Prime. That's one. Two, I don't really like see the need to really go watch it. I haven't watched Squid Games yet. Like I watched the first one, obviously. That shit came out like 1,000 years ago. But I haven't watched season 2 yet. I probably will. Don't know. I just don't know when. Probably when the hype dies down a little bit, or maybe like in a week. We don't know. I'm gonna watch it soon though. I know that.
是啊，
I actually did I liked it the first season.
It's really what it is. It's the same level of entertainment for me. So let's talk about that. I'm
Yeah.
interested to see the implications having all the dust settled. I mean, leading up until this, Stephen Asarch, one of my friends, I feel like at this point, a real
Oh.
journalist, has broken and covered a lot in regard to the Beast games,
big guy.
bad stuff going on behind the scenes, shining a light on it, and then Mr. Beast acknowledged some of it in the interview and kind of, you know,
Right.
swept some of it around. I don't know. I don't really care all that much about the specifics. Mr. Beast is used to making videos like this.
I rented a $1 million night
Yeah.
hotel room, and
I mean, like it's just this type of content is like so interesting to like watch and shit. How many subscribers how many subscribers does Mr. Beast have now? Damn. 341? That's crazy.
A 100
Oh my
million
god, of course now I gotta go find where I was before. I wasn't even that far anyway.
level of this right now. The viewership. It's ridiculous.
That's
Can
actually
you stop
crazy.
licking? A little bit of alleviation from boredom? No. No, this will not provide you with
I ain't gonna lie, crazy like he pulling numbers.
this 10th
$6,000 a night underwater palace, this $50,000 a night island.
But like I said, this
and
content's
so
really
much
crazy.
more. And we're gonna
So
spend
nice.
the night in all of them, starting with the world's cheapest hotel all the way in India.
And then recently he's made some bigger stuff, but now he's doing a show on Amazon with a massive $100 million budget.
Still
I assume
crazy.
he put everything into this and leveraged absolutely everything. He used his channel and his online influence to market it. He engaged directly with his audience through social
got food
media.
coming,
He
guys.
shared
I'm
some
really
behind the
hungry.
scenes and updates about the show.
Oh, we all got something to eat. This is gonna be a long, pretty long video. I just realized I'd never full screened it. I'm a dumbass.
Yeah. Was it anticipated? I really don't know who Mr. Beast's audience is.
Oh, this
His
one, yeah.
audience doesn't really
can
exist
drive
where
by.
I'm at. My audience likes it when he gets shit on, it seems like, a
That's
lot.
crazy.
But he still gets hundreds of millions of views on his YouTube channel. So he's got an audience
I'm not a hater.
somewhere. Why, who is it? I'm not sure. Maybe it's kids.
I'm not a hater of Mr. Beast. It's really 50-50 for me. It's like whatever. But I did see like the what you call it, the controversy versus something. So I can see me leaning more towards like, oh, I don't like him that much. But it's like, if I don't like him, just don't watch him. You know, if you don't like him, don't watch him. Don't give him no engagement. It's really that simple.
I don't fucking know. It's not me. The 666 Beast himself, Mr. Beast, the Antichrist, to be honest, himself fueled the hype. He said each episode will be bigger and bigger than the last YouTube video, or whatever.
That is true.
He said, I'm not sure. He has a really new, I think, has he been yelling more? I'm not sure. He seems AI generated though.
I am standing
crazy.
on $5 million of real money, the largest grand prize in entertainment history. And competing for this $5 million.
Still a lot of money though. That's crazy. I'd do anything for that.
So yeah,
Well,
everybody
I don't know
loved
about
it,
anything,
except for
but
the people
a lot of
who aren't
things.
his audience. They didn't really like it that much, to be honest. They didn't really like Mr. Beast's show on Amazon Prime. They prefer, you know, Deadwood or Game of Thrones or
Game of Thrones.
Barry or anything else.
I actually watched Game of
Bright
Thrones.
side, James. It's going to be a scorcher today.
Oh my god.
It's like a really long, crazy YouTube video. That's awesome. YouTube video, though, huh? Now, I'm not sure about the viewership ratings, but the actual critical ratings
God.
are very, very, very bad. They're extremely
Nonsense.
mean. And all, it's just mean. I'd be like, whoa, shit.
It's an eyesore to try and watch for over 10 minutes. Some
Damn.
people look absolutely cringe with their reactions to the point where it feels less unscripted, as they put it, and more fake. Right.
Might have to like propose
damn.
to my girlfriend or something after that just to get that L off me. But the Beast Game viewers were left.
Oh, what was
asking,
that diss? Hey, I actually seen Mr. Beast actually propose to his girlfriend. Yeah, I'm happy for them though. I'm happy for them. But like that was a diss. That was a sneak diss with
$100
them.
million and have thousands of contestants and failed
But
to
he said-
captivate the audience, the average American. Nah, obviously children would be very captivated, but it's difficult. This type of show does not appeal to critics. Let's be real.
Welcome to the elimination.
It's like more of like a kids thing. Like ain't nothing wrong, there's nothing wrong with that.
The stakes have never been higher. If he misses, your entire team is gone.
I feel terrible. I let down my whole team.
Who is going to drop?
I'm in a literal insane asylum.
I think like
This challenge might be the most cutthroat thing I've
like
ever
kids
done.
things.
The response to the Beast Games from
You know what's crazy, bro? The one thing that kids love to watch is like fucking couple of channels, like in their fake shit. I did too, bro. When I was little, like I don't know, 5th, 6th grade, like first time I was like ever on YouTube. That is like what I would watch. And it makes sense, bro, because I feel like they just try to appeal to kids.
a critical perspective, which by the way is nonsense
Interesting.
most of the time. There's a lot of shows and there's not that many shows. There's a lot of movies, not even a lot,
Movies.
a couple movies that
movies.
have bad critical receptions and
Okay.
that I really like. A show, Terminalist. I like the Terminalist a lot, okay? And it got a pretty poor critical reception, I believe, but I think it's a good show. The book's good as well. It's just not for everybody. Meanwhile, there's
Yeah.
other shows, some recent one, I can't
It's
remember.
literally just all personal opinion, bro. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. You know? It's not saying like, okay, it's kind of crazy if like somebody, like everybody, like all together is shitting on one thing, then you know it got to be bad if everybody thinks it's bad. But like if it's like It's all personal opinions, bro.
what it is, but it was critically received, and I was just like, this is boring. All right. And then there's other
It's
shows like
fucking boring.
Nope, or a movie like
Nope.
where the first time I watched it, I was like, I would rather it just be aliens. You know, like I get it.
What
It's
is
a
that?
complicated and it's a you know, it's a complicated
I watch
deep
Nope?
depth thing, but like I just don't care. I want there to be aliens, and I want the little alien scene. I want that to be real. I want the chimp to rip people up all the time.
Oh Jesus. That's a lot of blood.
That's what I want. I'm a fucking idiot. But I kept thinking about
Yeah.
that movie a lot more after I watched it and then watched it again, and it's amazing. I actually like it more than Get Out, which I think Get Out is one of the best.
Get Out's
horror
really
movies of all
good.
time.
Yeah,
Anyways,
Get Out's really
Beast
good.
Games has a 2 out of 10 from IGN and Telegraph. Professional reviewers consistently describe the show as boring. All right, it's so mean. Boring! They highlight a disconnect between the show's grand, ambitious scale and its actual value of entertainment. I mean, nobody's getting shot, murdered, killed, or at least all of that's happening is happening behind the scenes, and they're trying to cover it up. It's not actually going on camera. The value's not on the screen. I shouldn't say that. But I mean it. It's you know, it's
So,
not
do
entertaining
they
when
want
you
people
compare it to, like,
dead?
real television.
I'm so lost.
It's just a big long YouTube video. It's great for a
It
YouTube
is.
video. You know, great for a YouTube video for sure. And I
If
also
that's the case, it should have been on YouTube Red. Do they still do those? YouTube Red? If that's the case, I think that's what they should have did. If it's gonna be like a long YouTube video, it should be on YouTube Red then. You know?
hope it does extremely well.
If that's still
I
a
want
thing,
more
I don't know if it
YouTubers
is. Oh
to
shit.
make mainstream shows like this. Hopefully more movies. I want to see YouTubers making really good movies. That's what I want to see. Talk to Me was made by YouTuber. That's a good example of some really creative YouTubers.
Philippines have been busy producing a full-length horror film called Talking.
Holy shit.
For 5 minutes and keep the audience entertained, but can we do it over 90 to 100 minutes with a feature length?
It's a huge transition.
I think it's
Yeah,
called
actually,
Talk
it's
to Me.
crazy.
I love that movie. That's a good movie. Anyways, critics basically said that the Beast Games was a shallow rehash of the normal Mr. Beast content. It lacked depth and character development, especially when you compare it with other reality television programs.
Right.
This guy said, I hated it.
see.
I
Damn.
really hated it. I wish suffering anguish, fright, and horror upon Mr. Beast and
What?
his insufferable, grinning YouTube colleagues
That's
that litter
crazy.
the show. Like his videos, the scale of this thing is huge. They clearly spent so much money on this thing, but what I walked away with and what really surprised me is just how boring the whole thing was.
Boring
That's
is
an
crazy.
awesome review. Oh God.
Boring.
How do you deal with that? How do you deal with? I mean, I know how to deal with that. This is basically the reviews to my interview with Mr. Beast, so I get it. I understand. Another striking criticism came from IGN, which noted that the series was almost entirely devoid of anything to
I'm not gonna lie. Anything IGN says, I ignore. I ain't gonna lie.
get
Let's
invested.
be honest.
Also mean. But that sentiment and the boring sentiment from the Telegraph are echoed across various reviews. And in spite of the massive budget, the large
I'm taking this with a grain of salt, but because I do not care what IGN says.
cast, it didn't create meaningful connections with its
Screw
audience.
them.
To be fair, I've seen a lot of clips on TikTok. Some of them bot clips,
Ball
for sure,
game.
with bot responses in the comments. But some clips of people actually enjoying it. A couple clips from the people who are on the show I find very interesting. It's cool to see, you know, the aftermath from that perspective. It's really cool to see. We got some new careers spawning out of this.
It took us 4 hours and 30 minutes to finally do a game that we were going to do at first, but then Mr. Beast actually changed it up on us, and so he's still cool in my eyes, but like I blame him for me getting out because he changed the game on us, and it sucks. So basically, afterwards, there's the therapist there, emotional support dog, and that emotional support dog was so cute.
Emotional support dog?
Where all the eliminated players went, so.
Wait till we see
I want emotional support dog.
the I was in Mr. Beast Games contestant videos popping up in a couple years, and then another round of allegations, etc. I'm gonna be eating good when that happens. Like it or not, there is obviously a disconnect between Mr. Beast's YouTube audience and traditional television viewers. My parents
I can see it.
don't care at all. They're not going to watch YouTube videos, and they're certainly not going to watch YouTube videos when they're just more expensive and on Amazon Prime. A lot of people said that the show was also evil, dystopian, and sadistic, which, to be fair, you can describe a lot of reality television shows as all of those things. I mean, let's be real. That's what reality TV is, dude. And YouTube is that as well. This is a mean review when Black Mirror becomes reality.
Black Mirror.
I like this. Look at this. I've enjoyed Mr. Beast's YouTube career over the years. It admire his channel.
Oh yeah, screw my girlfriend, by the way. She doesn't want to be watching her Black Mirror, bro. She's selling me. I kind of do want to watch it, but I don't want to watch it alone. I kind of want me and her to watch it. She doesn't want to watch it though.
Chocolate,
not anymore.
Which made me to believe he was a genuinely good person. But this show has changed my mind. It stands in stark contrast to the charitable image he has cultivated. The show is unethical and goop. Preying on people's desperation for entertainment. For instance, some scenes
Bro, I'm so
hungry,
hungry, bro.
Yeah, it is fucked up. It is fucked up. A lot of
Order
people find it very
Wingstop.
entertaining, but it's wild. It's difficult. It's difficult to watch it. This person thinks that Mr. Beast is basically the Antichrist because of it, which
Okay, that's
fair,
crazy.
I guess, right? There were
No,
also people
not
shitting
fair.
on
That's
some
crazy.
Challenges such as the giant balls into giant cups and stacking blocks challenge. They're fairly unoriginal, and people were saying they lacked excitement, which I could see that. Also,
Yeah.
the Beast minions just walking around trying to get screen time and just saying lines repeatedly.
I know, I can finally hear you.
I mean, that's pure unbridled entertainment, hoopleheads. Some people said the show was migraine-inducing. Don't eat that. You can't eat that. You're gonna die if you eat that.
Migraine?
Stop. Eat this little sandwich instead.
Migraines is crazy.
Little sandwich. Look at this little sandwich. This little sandwich. This has been here for like a week.
Throw it away then.
Shiny now. It's like it's been coated in shellac or something like that.
Throw it
I didn't
away.
coat it in shellac. It's just shiny. Smells.
Why are you
incredible.
smelling it?
Smells a little sour though.
Why you
What
about
is
to
this?
eat
I
it?
can't believe I eat this sometimes. For breakfast, I get these little sandwiches and I'm gonna see how long it can stay there on my chair. It's right here.
Throw it away.
Right there. Little sandwich. Want it? Press like. Also go to sour.gg and buy some new candy. We have cheaper shipping. We're no longer fulfilling it in-house. We are fulfilling it using third-party
Hashtag
logistics.
ad.
So, please, my friends, go. It should be faster as well. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. Our new flavor this week is mute fruit, not associated in any unfortunate thing, the wasteland though, or whatever the hell that go. It's gonna be sold out. Then the gamer wrote,
Sorry.
Mr. Beast responds to
something
negative
in my
Beast
throat and
Games
stuff.
reviews, and it's him in my living room, a photo of him in my living room sitting in front of the fire.
Oh my God.
Mr. Beast strikes back in response to a tweet claiming that IGN was either paid or just
let
did
me
it
make
for
sure.
shock value. Jimothy
Okay,
responded and
good.
said, yeah, sad one
We
person
good, we
who
good.
doesn't like me can just label something 1,000 people pour their lives into a 2 out of 10 when it's clearly not. I would say the 2 out of 10 is very harsh.
That
All right?
is.
If you like Mr. Beast's videos, you're gonna love it.
What you are witnessing is real. A record-breaking number of
I don't think I would hate it.
is currently stampeding this arena.
I'm gonna be honest.
1,000 people you are seeing
Not like
will have
not like how
money
G's
stakes.
reviews and stuff are, but these reviews are relentless, bro. I hated it. It's so boring. Like, bro, all right then. You don't gotta watch it. That you can watch episode 1 and be like, oh, it wasn't as good. All right, I'm gonna drop it. You know, you don't really gotta like write all of that. But everybody's entitled to their own opinions.
To beat everyone around them and take home this generational wealth of
$5 million.
Welcome to Beast Games.
I mean, it's that simple. It's really that simple. And a fucking shit ton of people like Mr. Beast's videos. It's impossible to argue.
Oh God. My screen just went black. What the hell happened? There we go. Why did my screen just go black? My HDMI cord just unplugged or something, bro. Let me make sure everything's still good. It's still running. Cause what? What was that?
Rating it a 2 out of 10 is definitely valid as well. I mean, this guy probably has fancy taste or whatever. He probably thinks Us
Painful.
is better than Get Out. I don't know why I'm using the Jordan Peele movies as examples, but it's not though. It's not. It's the worst of the 3. Easily. By far the worst. Now, on to the contestants of the show. That has been a massive point of contention online for a while. What was the experience the contestants had? You're seeing them crying on the show. You're seeing them just like SpongeBob tears.
Even a dog just...
Screaming, hey, buddy. Quit that. Quit that, buddy. Want this little sandwich? Want this little sandwich? You can't have it. You're going to die if you eat it. So yeah, I hope they're all right. I've seen some of them on TikTok. Some of them have come out and made some videos on TikTok.
So originally there were 2,000 of us that he flew out to Vegas and he put up in a hotel.
They talked about their experience and they've gathered a little bit of a following online. Very interesting stuff. And there's also a 54-page class action lawsuit claiming unsafe conditions, which doesn't really paint a pretty picture for the other contestants that were on the show.
Amazon
already got a
MGM
lawsuit?
Studios announced the show and its $5 million cash prize. Now 5 people are taking the company that produces Mr. Beast's show and Amazon to court in California. They cite poor working conditions.
I mean, to be fair, a lawsuit doesn't mean anything unless it's held up in court. You can sue anybody over anything. It's very important to realize. One contestant, Nick Giassi, posted on YouTube talking all about his time on the Beast Games in a 22-minute long video. He said the problems immediately began when they arrived in Vegas. The contestants had been given Uber QR codes that were supposed to get them free rides to the stadium the show was filming at, but they didn't work, so people had to cover their own Uber fares.
When we get to Las Vegas, they give us a little QR code for us to use on Uber. It does not work. I'm in my early 30s, so thank God I have my life somewhat together, especially financially. So I'm able to afford an Uber. I don't care if I have to pay out of pocket, get my Uber from the airport to the hotel. It's literally like a 10-15 minute drive anyways. But I know that there's a lot of people that aren't in the same boat, and they need that QR code to work because who knows, maybe they don't have an extra 30 bucks in their bank account.
Which that's not fair. That's bad. Also a major inconvenience, but still a minor one, depending on the financial situation of the contestant, of course. And I hope everyone was reimbursed. Now, the QR codes working for Nick wasn't a big deal. He's in his 30s, but there were other contestants, younger people who aren't as fiscally responsible as someone who is really old, like Nick and myself. I'm not in my 30s yet, but I feel really old. Another contestant, Brett Westgore, had befriended contestants on Nick's team as young as 19.
I'm 37 years old, and
37.
3 of these people hadn't even turned 21 yet. The only way I would have maybe met some of these people is if I asked them to babysit my kids. And I'm pretty sure I would go to jail if I asked my babysitter to hang out afterwards. The ages in my alliance ranged from 19 to 38 years old. Most of us had very little in common, but once the game started, none of that mattered.
And the QR code thing could be a big deal for someone who's 19
so
years old
basically,
who's still learning.
The game brought them together either way. That's still nice though. I can't lie. That's still nice.
Be fiscally responsible.
I'm in my early 30s, so thank God I have my life somewhat together, especially financially. So I'm able to afford an Uber. I don't care if I have to pay out of pocket, get my Uber from the airport to the hotel.
And the fact that contestants were caught stealing stacks of fake money from the big, gigantic money pile, the
fake
temptation, thinking that the money they were stealing was real, shows that some of the people on the show are absolutely in dire straits.
Then when the time came, which we'll get into this later, to walk out of the stadium, some people were like stashing the money and stuff, and Mr. Beast said, guys, don't embarrass yourselves. And I'm thinking, okay, now, I mean, it's clear now that it's not the actual real money.
It's fake.
Some people thought it was.
The American people just in general, backs against the wall right now when it comes to paying for stuff.
It's not looking good.
I am incredibly grateful. There's obviously some dire straits and desperation for the contestants on the show if they're willing to try to steal cash in front of thousands of people and on countless cameras. They're absolutely going to be caught. Another issue for the contestants on the show were how long things took to progress. There were 2,000 contestants, so every single step of the way, it was a slog.
So because they had 2,000 contestants, they had to break us off into groups. So there was 4 groups of 500. And now this is where it kind of starts, where everything is just kind of super slow. I'm not sure you're familiar with
Understandable. 2,000 people? That is a lot. Like, that is a lot of people, bro. 2,000. Jesus, bro. Like, fuck. I don't know. Like, I really can't imagine being there. I feel too cramped.
There's a famous saying,
to be honest,
hurry up and wait. And they're dealing with 2,000 plus people. So think about how long it takes to deal with 2,000 plus people. For 2,000 people to go to the bathroom, for 2,000 people to drink water, for 2,000 people to eat. All these things takes a long time.
This led to reports of people not being fed, and when they were fed, their provisions were inadequate. Starving! They're starving. People out there. He's out there starving people.
There's Jesus.
In Beast City. He's like Mao. What's he gonna do next? Get rid of all the sparrows? That's something he would do. 5 million locusts versus 800 sparrows is what that's his next video. A fella named Sam, another contestant that made videos about his experience, said that as well, that it was, a lot of waiting and difficult, and there were trauma bonds.
There was a lot of wait time, and so we made some really strong bonds, if you want to call them trauma bonds, from waiting so much and sitting on the floor.
Nigga, I'd be hungry.
Challenges when
I'd be grumpy. I ain't talking to nobody.
We'll see these and we'll talk more about them, but that was very, very intense.
Sam's really interesting to me because he has this channel growing up in polygamy. He grew up in Warren Jeff's community. I'm not sure if you guys know about Warren Jeff, but that's really fascinating. 1 man, 9 wives, 62 kids.
Oh,
For a
Damn.
leader of the largest polygamous group in the country,
9 wives,
membership
62 kids.
Kind of a weird
Jesus.
little Easter egg, I guess. God bless him. I don't know. Should I not say that? I'm not sure. Nick in his video mentions that the contestants arrived at the stadium at
What
about
the
4
fuck?
p.m. on the Friday they began filming.
So by the time we get to the stadium, it was probably around 4 p.m. So because they had 2,000 contestants, they had to break us off into groups. So there was 4 groups of 500. And now this is where it kind of starts, where everything is just kind of super slow.
And both
Right.
Nick and Brett talk about the food that was provided after the first game was filmed. And in Brett's video, he mentions it was around 6 a.m. and that was the first time
6
that they were
a.m.
given food.
At this point, it was probably like 6 o'clock in the morning.
a.m..
We were so tired. We were so hungry. We didn't know when we were going to eat, and we also didn't know when we were sleeping. But luckily, after the first challenge, they gave
Hell
us
no.
food. And let me tell you, this food was mostly edible.
So they were all
Mostly
very tired
edible.
and hungry. They spent a long time filming. The food that they were given as well was also apparently disgusting, like airplane food, and that leads me to believe that it was maybe part of the challenge and encouraging people to leave, make them really uncomfortable and cold, and feed them slop.
To be honest, that's a good theory, because think about it. They got 2,000 people. They can't really feed them good. Let's really think about it. like let's be honest here, bro. Just feed them a bunch of bad shit. Boom, they'll be like, ah, fuck this shit, bro. I'd rather just go home right now. This ain't worth it, bro. Just for me to maybe win, this ain't worth it. Then they just leave. Like I can see that. I can see how that theory's will hold up.
Mostly ate quinoa, boiled eggs, or oatmeal.
Boiled
which
eggs.
I was happy with.
I say, I like a boiled eggs.
Enough food. I felt like I was like
What am I
always
talking
wanting more.
They're just like single portions.
Yeah,
like
just take one and enjoy it.
Makes sense, I guess, right? Sam talked about the food. Nick talked about the food.
The food was absolutely disgusting. But I think it was done on purpose. I think it's meant to leave out the wheat.
And Brett also talked about the food. They really talked about the food.
And let me tell you, this food was mostly edible. The entire time that we were locked in that stadium, they only gave us 2 different meals.
Sam is the only one who wasn't disappointed in the food itself. But the quantity, he said he always felt like he needed more. It was boiled chicken, undercooked quinoa, and a few that Mr. Beast diet, bro. That I poop a lot diet. Ooh, ooh.
This is like hyper realistic.
Oh, that is not enough. That is not enough of anything.
This is chicken breast. And actually, it was kind of salty, so I'm going to add some salt. And then some broccoli and quinoa.
And a small cup of cold oatmeal, hard-boiled egg, and a few vegetables.
So this is meal number 1.
I die.
Boiled egg.
It protect me, I guess.
Which are incredibly healthy. And the overnight oats,
Oh,
which are also
I would not eat
incredibly
that.
healthy.
That looks
Yum.
terrible.
Overnight oats.
Kira made a video going over the rations and talked about how few calories. It's really interesting. This is not a lot of food, and that is
Nope.
boiled chicken is disgusting. Boiled goose. Some contestants have also claimed they were only given 2 meals per day, even though Beast Games representative said that it was actually 3. And even if they did,
Bro, I'm starting to get hungry, bro. I got chips. I got chips here.
Contestants got the chicken and quinoa meal.
I don't want to like smack
3
y'all niggas' ears
meals
though.
to get the most calories possible. It's
That'd
not
be
even
bad.
1,000 calories a day. If Kira's calculations are correct, you know, our evidence that we have, which is half of the daily recommended calories for the average child. It's
Look at this, bro. What do I need? I'm right here. Need like 2,000. Makes sense.
less
I haven't eaten anything today, so I really haven't even got any calories like this.
than the average 3-year-old, to be honest.
This
Which
is bad.
Is absolutely bad, and one of the challenges of having so many people that I assume they will fix in the future. It's difficult to feed 2,000 people.
It is.
I think.
That's a
I
lot
don't
of
actually
people.
know. It's been a while since I've had to feed 2,000 people. So
I've never had to feed 2,000 people, but I know it'll be hard, bro. I don't know what the hell I would give them. I don't know, a good ass sandwich, bro. I gotta make 2,000 sandwiches. That's a lot of bread, but hey, it is what
food
it
was
is.
bad. Consistently, people said the food didn't have any flavor. Get that pep off there, man! Come on!
That was boiled chicken with some rice or sometimes quinoa. Again, no seasoning at all. And then they had 2 little pieces of veggies, which were the most disgusting veggies that I've ever had in my entire life. They tasted stale.
Beside the food, there were many allegations and an implication of improper medical care on set. Allegedly, someone had a seizure as a result of exhaustion and dehydration. And
Oh, damn.
That's only one instance of
One?
medical care being a primary concern.
As we're getting back on the field, I just see a bunch of people just gathering around each other and they start yelling for a medic, medic, medic. Turns out somebody had a seizure right then and there. I didn't talk to the individual myself. However, What I heard is that the individual had a seizure from exhaustion and dehydration.
Some folks said when they sought medical care, the teams were found to be disorganized, but
Give them
also
some
just
water,
unhelpful in general. Plus, no one was allegedly allowed to bring personal belongings, including medications, which that's insane to me. So trying to access the medications you needed later on became one of the other Beast Game challenges.
I'm saying that.
Oh my God, the insulin challenge. Genius! Oh my God! His feet look purple. Frankie, stop. Me a kiss.
Cute puppy.
That's Petey. Stop that. Now, I regret making the insulin joke because there were hospitalizations reported by contestants and individuals who went into diabetic shock on top of the seizure that was mentioned by Nick.
Damn.
One diabetic contestant was allegedly denied insulin for 2 days, and one woman had given Beast Games her heart medication, 5 days worth, and she was denied it the day. And when she finally got access to it, apparently 4 days worth of medication were missing, which if any of this is true, there needs to be consequences. Absolutely.
They really do.
There needs to be a proper investigation.
That's
There's
true.
no excuses for that. Beyond just the need of medication for some contestants, there were injuries. Any show like this, you know, people are just gonna fall. 1 in 2,000. Some people are gonna get cancer while they're there statistically. I don't actually know about that. They could, I'm not sure.
I can see how you get
issues of contestant injuries due to the way that production was set up off the bat. Injuries began before the first challenge ever even took place, when contestants were simply getting their team jerseys. There were injuries due to the mad rush of the throngs of people running to grab their jerseys. One woman was reportedly punched over her jersey, and another person was trampled underfoot. Rest in peace. They didn't die, I'm just kidding. Brett talks about the craziness of the jersey situation in his video, saying that with the hundreds of people fighting over jerseys,
hundreds of people were trying to grab our jerseys at the exact same time. It was like a bunch of pigeons trying to fight for the last piece of bread. It created a very ruthless and egocentric team later on.
Yes, see. I ain't gonna lie, I don't know why I started zoning out right there, but yeah, 100 people fighting over a jersey. A jersey though? Come on now, let's be honest.
I'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah, he could say it better than I could. The conditions of the Beast Games and the response of the actual contestants involved. Now, for the first time, we have words from the people involved that aren't massively NDA'd, massively non-disparaged. Maybe they are, I'm not exactly sure, but they've resulted in Brett, Nick, and Sam all mentioning how they trauma bonded with those around them.
By taking all these things that make you comfortable and create this environment where it's almost like a trauma bonding in a sense.
Basically.
So when you're doing these games and you see your friends get eliminated, it truly, literally hurts you.
And the way that it was run was reportedly so bad that even crew members, production staff, and venue management had their own issues as well. Not even the contestants. I mean, reading this looks very bad. The consistent mentioning of the issues around the handling of people's medication, prescribed over the counter, whatever it is, that's fucking crazy. I don't understand how that is an issue. This part of this article I find very interesting as well. Allegiant Stadium worker Ray said she heard management express disinterest in future collaboration with Mr. Beast because of their disrespect. Just absolute disaster, said Ray, who worked on the cleanup following the filming's conclusion. The whole stadium is currently covered in sand. They were using spaces and props they were told not to, breaking items and leaving a mess to be cleaned, said Ray. Another fellow, Jack, said that he had been looking forward to working in the Mr. Beast production and was disappointed in how his team handled it. Donaldson, Mr. Beast, Jack said, seemed largely ignorant of the production struggles. That's interesting. He just didn't know. According to Jack, he was ignorant of the struggles of production. He was just walking around screaming about money. Oh my God! He really screams in that show. He's yelling, dude.
Now, a lot of you are probably wondering, is it even possible to drop 80
I mean, he has a
people
microphone,
at the same
so
time? And the
I don't think he
answer
has
is yes.
to, but it is what it is.
Drop the row.
Oh, damn. Like that?
Plus the hygiene of the show, there's some nasty shit, dude. I'm surprised we didn't have another 13th century bubonic plague outbreak, with the outbreak center being the Beast Games, Beast City, or whatever the f it's called. Some of these contestants was nasty. Similarly to medications, contestants could check clean underwear to Beast Games staff like it was some kind of luggage.
And then there was the clean underwear situation. Also, just like the medication, everybody was supposed to put, I think, 3 to 5 of their undergarments inside of a plastic bag with your name on it. And when you wanted fresh underwear, they would give you fresh underwear if you went to the desk and you checked in.
What?
In with them. But when you have 2,000 people, or at this point 1,600 people, it's still very hectic, and that's a lot of people to manage.
What?
So throughout our time there at Allegiant Stadium, we did not shower. They gave us some deodorant wipes and toothbrushes. So yeah,
that's it.
By the time you leave Allegiant Stadium, you stink.
And believe it or not, their underwear
like
was mismanaged allegedly as well. Las Vegas News reported on that. I mean, overall, the situation is really
how do you mismanage underwear? Especially if it has my name on it. Like what?
Interesting. I would like to know what Jimmy thinks about it. What Mr. Donaldson
Probably
thinks
like
about it, because
maybe because there's like 2,000 underwears, but still though, like how?
Out of the bag now. The show's up. People like.
Especially you gotta put him like name coded, bro. Put him. I'm a N. Put him in the N category. Like hello.
People fucking hate it massively. Some people absolutely were mistreated. It's a very complicated and just kind of bad scenario all around. It's epic. You know, it's really cool that, beside all the allegations and before all the lawsuits are settled, it's a really epic, big thing that a YouTuber has done. But
yeah,
my God, it's a little dystopian. My God, it's not a little, it's a lot of dystopian, fellas. Oh, shit. What was that? All in all, it made me sad. I don't like watching people fight over money. And
it's kind of crazy.
It really is a culmination of just all the evil that exists in the world and what's okay.
Great video.
It's how to be as evil as possible while still being okay. That's what YouTube is. That's what stealing people's attention and making content is just being evil and then hoping you can just get away with it. Just being bad. You should have your attention, not Mr. Beast. So, I'm sorry. Yeah, anyways. Let me know what you guys think of the Beast games.
Very interesting. Very interesting. That is a very interesting thing that has happened at the Beast games. By the way, how the fuck do you mismanage underwear? It's underwear, bro. Put it in the names. Like, I know it's 2,000 people. Put it name coded. Literally, I'd be like, hey, my name's Glexus. They'd be like, then just look in the G's. Oh, Glexus right here. Yeah, here you go. But like, come on, bro. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy how they handled it. If that's true, it's all legit. You can't really trust everything like that they hear on the internet. So if that's true, that's crazy. But I enjoyed that video. It was really nice. I might upload it again in a second. I might upload 2 videos tonight. So yeah, look forward for that. But anyways, I gotta go. So yeah, bye.